With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 2 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Chương trình của chúng tôi cung ứng nhiều ngôn ngữ. Xin xem suprememastertv.com/schedule.
But the self-hypnotism of a highest order is that you use your own judgment and your own wisdom to acquaint yourself with the higher realms of existence, and you become more and more familiar with higher kind of living, higher kind of thinking, and higher kind of power, that you become greater each day. And whatever you want to accomplish, then your own inner power will accomplish it for you. At that time, we know God. And we can say that God has accomplished everything for us through our body, because at that time, we and God are one.
Please stay with us to listen to this enlightening lecture.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Vegan, you are so radiant.
Today's program will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulosis also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughter houses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab tests, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace. So be it.
When visiting the cultural sites of Denmark, and the kind locals introduce you to the vegan establishments in their hometown, you could say tak, which means thank you. Gracious viewers, I am Nora. The amiable Danes admire your dedication in finding an enlightened master who can help us to live compassionately and virtuously, as well as free us from this ephemeral world when our time here ends. The northern European country of Denmark is a peninsula surrounded by more than 400 islands, with its capital city, Copenhagen, located on the islands of Zealand and Amager. As one of the world's most peaceful nations, the Danish are also ranked among the happiest people on the planet. Their trust in one another is a core value and contributes to the Danish concept of hygge, or sense of happiness and well-being. Danish design and architecture also focuses on human comfort while being renowned for its simplicity and pure lines. One such accomplishment is the Dokken, awarded Best Library in the world for its combination of functionality and beauty. The Sydney Opera House in Australia is another Danish-designed structure of uplifting elegance, while the Wave building is shaped as 5 wave crests with apartments that offer abundant natural lighting for its residents. Denmark cares for the environment as well. Samso Island, also known as Renewable Energy Island, relies fully on energy sources like wind, solar, and biomass. Denmark is among the top vegan-friendly countries in Europe. As an essential way to counteract global warming, this growing plant-based trend goes hand in hand with the country's other green efforts.
You aren't a spoilt child of an oligarch, squandering all hard-earned inheritance. Are you? Okay, now, be vegan, make peace, save our world.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Guanyin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, leaves a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan-Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan-Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan-Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
to see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
all religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa.
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
And South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse, it's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Gussie Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. The Republic of Adygea, Russia, is one of them. Republic of Adygea, Russia. Resolution on the Order of Capture and Keeping of Stray Animals, 2015. When capturing stray animal people, it is prohibited to use ill treatment or capturing methods that cause injury or are life-threatening. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
The United States has been graced on many occasions with visits from Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan. In 1989, in response to the earnest longing of spiritual truth seekers, she traveled to the country to impart her wisdom and insights. In this illuminating lecture, Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, sheds light on various topics, such as relying on the inner power for self-discipline amid societal pressures, discovering humility through wisdom, overcoming the fear of death, and the essence of true meditation. We now invite you to join us for part 2 of this enlightening lecture titled Discover Real Meditation Through Transmission by a Real Master, given by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in San Francisco, California, USA, on May 25, 1989.
Peace for Ukraine, or you reign now. Russia just go home.
Everyone tells us from the Buddhist Bible, they say that human life is the most precious, and the Catholic also say the same. And then in the Mohammedan scriptures, Muslim scriptures, it is said that we are guests on earth only. So it means our home is not here. It means we are greater than just a human shell of the body. Now then, everyone told us that we are so great, but where is our greatness? What is so great about a human existence? At most, we know our greatness only through our mortal understanding. It is like what kind of position we have in our company, and that measures our greatness. Or in society, how successful we are, and with that, people would measure our greatness. That is the most. From our human point of view, we can judge how great a person is. But then, if we think carefully, these things are not permanent. Even excuse me, the presidency is not forever for anyone to hold. And the presidency for a nation is the highest position, the most prestige. But then you can't hold it forever. And so many millionaires, so many world famous persons have gone out of sight, and we do not know where they have gone. We can know where they're gone if we practice the method laid down by ancient and present masters. They all have the same and one method. Whoever says that they preach the truth, really, then they must teach the same method. That is, the method that helps one to realize how great one is and what the relation is between us and our Father God, or the so-called Buddha nature, or the Tao. The different names from different religions indicate the same power as the Almighty, the ever-present, everlasting, the all love and mercy. This is what we call God, or the Most High, the Almighty, the Tao, the Buddha nature, or the Rulai, Tathagata. Why is that many people call him by different names? It is because of different traditions and different ways of expressing. It is also because of the language barrier, and people do not often translate the real meaning into the local language. For example, everybody knows Buddha, yeah, and think he is the only one Buddha. No, Buddha is only a title for an enlightened saint. You may even call him Christ. It is like Christ is a title for an enlightened being in the Hebrew language. Now we don't translate it into English, and then we keep calling him Christ or Buddha, and then we think there are only two famous saints, and they're the only ones in the world ever to come and ever will be. And so here we confuse ourselves. Now, in modern times, we have another word, guru. Yes, so now everybody becomes a guru, even I myself. I was so surprised to see on television, Guru Jinghai comes. I said, Jesus, now I became guru. It is good for the Americans because they are now acquainted with the name guru. If the television or newspaper would say Jinghai Fa Shi, that means the Chinese title for guru, then people would shake their heads and say, what is that? Fa Shi. Huh? Or if the Sanskrit person say Jinghai Buddha or whatever, then people will think, no, there's only one Buddha in India and he died 2,000 years ago. And people would fight, thinking I am boasting about myself to have become a Buddha. Actually, to be a Buddha is nothing so terribly out of reach. It is just like you learn for many years and you became a doctor. And so you can learn many years in many ways and become a Buddha. And so do not make a big deal out of a Buddha, and then make a small deal out of ourselves. That is unfair and very self-detrimental. Yeah, self-disrespecting. Yes, because the Buddha also say we all can become Buddha and we all have Buddha nature. That means we and he are equal. But the only difference is he has discovered his Buddha nature. That means his inner treasure, and we haven't. Or some of you might already have. Yesterday I also disclosed to you how to find your Buddha nature, and some of you have found some of it. Yes. So that is a way to become a Buddha. It's so simple and so scientific, nothing mysterious and nothing pushy that cannot be reached by the average person. But why is that we have heard so little about the method of how to become a Buddha? The first reason is that we are so cheated into believing that the only Buddha is Sakyamuni, is Gautama, Siddhartha the prince. We are made to believe this way. The same, we are made to believe that Jesus was the only Christ on earth, and there was no one before, no one after him. But Jesus himself has declared that before him there were other prophets, and he in fact was the reincarnation of those ancient ones. In the research about Jesus, we have read about this. And the Buddha also said the same. Before him there were countless, numerous Buddhas, as many as the Ganges sand. No? Did he say that? Yeah. Are you not Buddhist? No? No. Okay, never mind about the Buddhas. We're talking about our own Buddha. I'm just referring to this for your reference, for your information. You no need to believe in Buddhism or any ism. You should believe in your own innate heaven, because the Bible says heaven is within us. I have found it, and so can you. As it's easier to verify the heaven within us than to blow your nose. To blow my nose, I have to first find a piece of paper. And if there is no paper, it's difficult. But to find the heaven within is a matter of seconds and minutes. And I have just told you the reason why we have not heard so much about the Buddha's teaching or Jesus Christ, and that the majority of people could not believe that they can become Christ, that they can become Buddha. It is because we are made to believe. We are so ignorant, we are so stupid, we are so small, we are so helpless, we are nothing, we are sinful, we are so and such and such and so. We are nothing at all, absolute. And then from generation to generation, we are brainwashed. It was forced on us, this kind of false belief. But we forgot the Bible says all beings are God's creatures. And then God made man in his own image. That means we are God. We are the same. And Jesus said, I and my Father are one. When he said, I and my Father are one, then we and Father also are one. If we can realize this, then all our misery will disappear. This is a simple thing. But to realize these things is not a matter of talking and believing that I say so, but you must take some self-training. It's a kind of self-hypnotism. You understand that? Some people can hypnotize themselves into doing something, or somebody can hypnotize someone into doing something out of his own control. But this kind of hypnotism is not a very high order. Because when you're out of the trance, you're back again to your ordinary misery and trouble and vexation and ignorance, and even worse, you lose some of your self-control under the hypnotist's influence. And I should not think that is a very advisable thing to do. But the self-hypnotism of a highest order is that you use your own judgment and your own wisdom to acquaint yourself with the higher realms of existence, and you become more and more familiar with higher kind of living, higher kind of thinking, and higher kind of power, that you become greater each day. And whatever you want to accomplish, then your own inner power will accomplish it for you. At that time, we know God. And we can say that God has accomplished everything for us through our body, because at that time, we and God are one. It's like Jesus said to us, I and my Father are one. Then we have no more human loneliness and the human struggle, effort to achieve something by our small power and limited wisdom. Now scientists use only a limited part of their brain and they can accomplish so much. If we use the whole of our really working brain system, of course we can accomplish more, and this is nothing difficult to believe. It is the question of how to use it, and there is a way to use it. Because for the ancient master, it was very difficult to move about due to transportation and communication problems. Therefore, in ancient times, most people were ignorant of their teachings and their liberating way. And now we have a lot of good communication and transportation advantage. Therefore, we can convey the message easier. But then I have found out that humans are mostly the same, also very skeptical and very self-doubting. They don't doubt the master, they doubt themselves. Whenever you doubt a master or his words, know that you doubt yourselves. Doubting that you could ever become a Buddha. Doubting you are so small and helpless, how can you become as great as Christ? Doubting that Christ is the only one who is commissioned by God on earth. Doubting that God is not so merciful, that each period, each era would send another son or daughter to come out to fetch you home. This is a great doubt of the human mind. Not that they doubt the teacher or the teaching or the method, they doubt themselves. Because they are so let down, so put down, so looked down upon for hundreds, billions of years of incarnation after reincarnation, and brainwashed into believing that they are nothing, that they are only sinful beings and they could never become anything. And this is not the teaching of Jesus. Jesus said, whatever I can do today, you can do also. No? Didn't he say so? Yes, he did. Yeah. What does that mean? He didn't say, I am the only one that can do all these miracles and all saving the preaching and liberating work. He said, you will do the same. You can do the same. You might even do better. I think he said something like, you might even do better. Yes? Oh, that's great. I praise him. I praise him. I love him. I worship Jesus. That is what he was teaching. And we forgot all about that. We believe in what the church and the priests tell us. We are sinful. Without Jesus, we will go to hell. If Jesus comes back again, he will cry his soul out. Because his teaching has been distorted and tortured into such sense, into such a shape. And he did cry.
Russia, go home.
Ryssland måste följa internationell humanitär rätt, skydda civilbefolkningen och ge tillträde till humanitära aktörer att ta sig fram. UNHCR, Röda Korset, de finns redan på plats och de kan hjälpa. Sverige står på ukrainska folkets sida. Vi stöder Ukrainas lagliga rätt att försvara sitt land och skydda sitt självbestämmande. Därför har regeringen och riksdagen fattat ett historiskt beslut att också stödja Ukraina militärt. Regeringen fortsätter nu att driva på för ytterligare sanktioner, att stötta Ukraina och att stärka Sverige. Det är vår linje. Tack.
I will eat
whatever there's on the table, but not chicken or meat.
How about fish?
Fish?
Yeah.
Fish? Is it an animal?
Yeah.
I won't eat that either.
Oh my God, so what?
I won't eat animals!
Okay.
Give your children the best, a cruelty-free childhood. They'll be grateful, and you too will be grateful for their best behavior. Be vegan. Be a real parent.
Tomorrow on Words of Wisdom.
When we go into higher dimensions, we will see different saintly beings of a higher order of intelligence. They might have gone to the higher worlds to teach others, or they might be prepared to teach us in the near future. And they have greater intelligence and more scientific wisdom than us. They live in higher worlds and a higher so-called civilization. What their civilization is, we cannot imagine with our own limited human brain. We can only perceive when we go within by meditation, by deep contemplating. And this way we can offer you through the Kuan Yin method.
It is man's sympathy with all creatures that first makes him truly a man. Dr. Albert Schweitzer, MD, vegetarian.
Peaceful viewers, thank you for your presence today for Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for Discover Real Meditation through Transmission by a Real Master, Part 3 of 11. Coming up next is Worldwide Call for Action, Stop Child Abuse in the Catholic Church, Part 1 of 2, right after noteworthy news. May the heavenly angels' loving embrace inspire us to have strength and faith throughout our journey of life.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.